And now, the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Year. Sponsored by Tater Benson of MKB Realtors.
Well, welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Year countdown, where you, the viewer, vote for the top athlete to receive Player of the Year honors. Last time we reintroduced you to players 10 through 6 tonight. We'll check out the top 5 players in our countdown coverage, and at the end, we'll tell you who you voted in as the Friday Night Blitz Player of the Year. Voted in as number 5 is Pulaski County senior running back Trevor Burton. Burton was like a freight train this year. He just couldn't be stopped and received Player of the Week honors after running for over 180 yards of 5 touchdowns in a performance against Blacksburg. He also holds the all-time leading rushing record in a single game. Burton says he wouldn't be anything without his teammates.
You know, we was pretty confident at the beginning of the season about the game in general, but you know, our O-line did their job, and that's what made me be able to do as good as I can do. And then just like having the coaches and the quarterback to believe in me and, you know, read the key and make stuff happen. And so the announcer said, you know, Trevor Burton has the all-time leading rushing record in a single game, and that's whenever I knew about it. I was actually really shocked, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to beat it, to be honest with you, but you know, it's actually pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with it.
At the number 4 spot is Radford junior quarterback Landon Clark. Clark was sensational from behind center this year, especially when he and his Bobcats were able to hold Galax to just 7 points in that contest. Clark not only got the job done on the defensive side of the ball, he also threw for over 200 yards and 4 scores as well. Since last year didn't really go the way he wanted to, he didn't get a chance to suit up against the Maroon Tide. This year he wanted to make sure he and his team's presence was felt on the field.
Last year I actually didn't play against Galax. I was out hurt. So, I mean, I didn't play, but I still felt that, you know, after they beat us here, I still felt that, even though I wasn't playing. So it really felt good to get them back this year. So it all just started in practice the week before. Everybody just worked hard. Everybody was pushing each other, and it really paid off on Friday. Our defense really stepped up. You know, it was a team effort. It helps a lot when we push each other in practice every single day. It kind of, you know, gives us a better bond to each other.
Coming in at number 3 is this year's dynamic duo of Glenvar's Gabe Ford and Brody Doyat. These two received Player of the Week honors after defeating Radford in Week 9 of the regular season. The pair handed the Bobcats their first loss of the year. Gabe Ford ended up with 8 receptions and 3 scores, while Brody Doyat, well, he passed for over 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. Both talked about the trust they both have in each other on the field.
It means a lot because I look up to them, and we just connect on and off the field.
I know what he can do. He knows what I can do. I feel like that's most important, to know each other's abilities. And if the play is broken, of course I'm going to find grass and get back to him. And I have faith in him to put it in the right spot.
It means a lot because you just have to trust people, and it just means a lot that they trust me because they're a lot older than me.
I want to see us be successful and go pretty far and not get cut short by giving up on the field in a game or something like that.
Sitting in the number 2 spot is Appomattox County junior quarterback Gray Peterson. If you want to talk about a fighter, this man is one tough guy. He received Player of the Week honors for his performance over Allegheny. Peterson threw for over 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also picked up 2 scores on the ground for the Raiders. Peterson led his team all the way to the Class 2 state semifinals. He says his dad is the reason why he loves the game of football so very much.
My father. He coached my first football team back in the mini mites at Little League when we'd run around, look like bobbleheads with our big old helmets. Yeah, he used to coach here back in the day. He's now the athletic director here, but yeah, he really got me into it. We'd always go throw in the yard and everything, and tackle in the basement and stuff, everything. It was awesome. You always got to do the right thing. If I'm not doing the right thing, then no one else is going to do the right thing. And you got a lot of young kids looking at you, and that's what's going to be the future of the program.
Now the moment you all have been waiting for. With a total of 3,431 votes cast, the winner won by just a margin of 33 votes. Without any further ado, you all voted, and this year's Player of the Year is Christiansburg junior quarterback, running back Tanner Evans. Evans can do it all and has stepped up to fill in any void when necessary. He's beloved by his teammates and coaches. This season, Evans received Player of the Week honors after defeating Lord Botetourt in the Region 3D Finals. Evans put up 3 scores on the ground, plus threw for a touchdown as well. He's selfless and does whatever he needs to do to get the job done. Evans is the personification of hard work as well. Here's what he had to say about having a next man up mentality and playing for the community he loves.
I trust everyone around me and just had full faith in the ones around me. I couldn't have done it without my O-line, and then passing touchdown just gave J-Ron a chance. It means a lot, just knowing that I can step up in big roles and just do all I can to help the team win. I think it was a huge accomplishment for our school and our program, just knowing that we can beat a great team and just come out on top against them. It means a lot to me, just having Christiansburg across the front of my jersey, representing my town, my people. And I've had a lot of fun. We've had some ups and downs, but at the end of the day, all that matters is we're having fun and getting the job done.
Well, congrats to Christiansburg's Tanner Evans and the Blue Demons, as well as head coach Alex Wilkins. It's well-deserved. Thank you to all the viewers who voted for these phenomenal athletes, and special shout out to all the football coaches, athletic directors, and families. We appreciate you. You are the reason why we do this. For David DeGuzman, Jermaine Farrell, and the rest of the WFXR News team, Tanner Evans is your new Player of the Year. For WFXR Sports, I'm Ryan Moy.